Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Big up on yourself. Today we have a special guest in the house. Yeah? Alicia Kim. Wagwan.
This is yeah.
Big up when I don't know anything, you see?
Yeah man, we're there.
Yeah man. So yes guys, so today is a big bad interview guys. Yeah, so it's an exclusive. Big exclusive, so we're gonna ask all the hard question them. All the question them where, you know, some sensitive topic. We're just gonna touch upon everything, give you guys an insight of what's been going on, what's going on, and you know, some rumors out there and stuff like that. So just gonna jump into it guys. Please remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel guys. Yeah man, we can't do this without you guys. We love you know. Thank you guys for supporting.
So yes, we're gonna set the record straight today.
We're gonna set the record straight.
Set the record
straight.
You
know what I mean? I wouldn't mean DJ.
Yeah.
We're just gonna set it straight. You know what I mean? Yeah guys, so we're just gonna jump into it. Yeah, ready?
Yeah man, I'm ready.
Alright. What was typical life growing up for you in Jamaica basically?
As I said, it was very typical. I just a regular young girl growing up, went to basic school, went on to primary. Then I went to St. Hugh's High School. High school really shaped me into, I think, the woman I am today.
Yeah.
And then, of course, went on to UE, did college, and doing all of that, interacting with my classmates, everybody. It's just a typical Jamaican life. Growing up, I had my basic necessities. You know, you would go country for summer, things like that. So it was a normal life, nothing extraordinary about it. Just a simple, quiet life growing up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You mentioned college. What was it like being the first from either side of the family to basically attend college? What was that like for you?
That was a big accomplishment because, as I said, because I knew I had the potential to be the first one to go to university. I made it a point of duty to go to university because back then, going into sixth form, you had an opportunity to either come out of school, go straight into working, or go to college. And I'm like, it would be nice to leave school now and get a job and make some money.
Yeah, the money tempting.
The money tempting. But at the same time, I think my mother was my biggest inspiration, mommy.
Yeah.
Because knowing that my dad died when we were very young, and knowing that she put everything into me, going to school, you know, going to sixth form, it's such an accomplishment, I think, for her, and such a prideful moment for her that I had to go to university to show her that despite her circumstances, despite anything, we can go to the highest level and accomplish things.
Good. You mentioned about the time that our dad passed.
Yeah.
I was pretty young at that time.
Right.
You were the older.
Yes,
so
the oldest one.
Oldest one, so you were more likely to face everything. What was that like for you?
You know, when Daddy died, that was I think that was the first time I experienced someone dying. And then to experience somebody dying and that's your father, you know, you'll never see again. It was hard to process. I was very depressed. At the time, I didn't even know I was having such a reaction to it. I lost a lot of weight. I became unrecognizable. I would be in school. I remember they call it like dribbling or whatever, just drawing things in my books. I wouldn't be taking notes. So it affected me in a way that I didn't really understand. And then I had to go to the guidance counselor in school for them to kind of help me to get over the grief of it all, because it was really hard. And then as I got older now, knowing that I have two younger brothers, I know how it would impact you guys with not having a father there. So, you know, it was hard, but I must say that mommy really take up her foot in her hand, as Jamaican would say. She take she take up the battle, and she was there for us. And for that, we have to big her up.
Definitely.
Yeah. So she feel that, yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned that I also mentioned having two younger siblings. For us at the time, we were struggling in regards to like losing a father, but we were younger.
Right.
So you would have more pain because you know you have to deal with.
Yes.
But what was it like having that to deal with and having us to deal with as two younger siblings, watching over us at the same time?
Well, it became difficult. For example, in a one-parent household now where mommy had to work to fend for us, provide for us, there are times that I had to watch over you guys. So what happened is that I took on this role of a protector at a very, very young age. I took on the role of a protector, and I was cooking for my brothers. I was making sure homework was done. I was filling in that gap almost as a parent. In a way, when my mother wasn't there, I'm your boss. So I would tell you, you know, you do your homework, come wash the dishes, them, come wash up the plate, them, all of that. So after the grief, I unknowingly took on that protector parent role at a very young age for my brothers. I remember even too with you, just making sure that you never go down a wrong road. The company that him keep, I would call him and say, come in at the yard, we had to do this, you know?
Yeah, but even also that, because I'm not telling me younger me the road.
Very
so
rude.
now, for me to deal with now, because basically I took the mother road.
Right.
Mommy,
when mommy they were.
Yeah, and things like that, they have me to deal with. You know, typical road red like a bit. Yes. How was that like for you school me, for sit with that, me not really, kind easy to lead down the wrong path, you know what I mean? And me young, I really know better. What was that like being older one for make sure we steer me in the right direction, even though it wasn't easy because me being older and knowing that you're my sister, so I'm not taking most of it.
Well, we butt heads a lot. We butt heads a lot, I still, because I am the older one, but he's a boy and he's the middle child. So you used to go like, she's supposed to give me an attack. You understand? When we say wash plate, you don't want to wash it immediately, you know. You wash it, you know, but you wash it when you feel like to wash it. And me like, me the big one, even listen. So we kind of had that little dynamic going on where a power struggle in the house when mommy wasn't there. But after a while, I think as I got older, I got a more understanding of what's going on. It became easier. But as we were younger, we just kind of figured it out. We just did whatever worked for us. You know, we didn't have a plan. We didn't have a step-by-step thing what to do. We just kind of make it work.
True that.
Yeah, man.
To that.
And it worked. Look at us now.
Great sister this. Not tell like she just stand up on her foot for it. You know, as a bigger sister, we have to respect that all the time. Yeah, so like, what are some of the things that Kim enjoy growing up? What are things that you like, will excite you, you know, even now?
Even though, well, back then, growing up, I wasn't a very sociable girl. So I didn't have a lot of friends. But the friends that I did have, I like going out. I like playing games, dandy shandy, netball. I used to play netball a lot. And just typical girly stuff. Love medallion. Love play and plait my dolly here. Them little things, you know, just regular typical Jamaican things. I used to even love watching the boys and play them marble, them boom pan wall with elastic, just simple little things.
True. Yeah. And then as things generally go on, you get older, you know, you get bigger. Everybody get bigger and make their own life. And you make that big step now in your life, and let us know that you're gonna get married. What was that like? Getting married and moving to a new country for the first time, leaving us. What was that like, really? What was that like for you?
It was exciting for me as an individual, but it was also hard as well. Getting married to me was symbolic. It symbolized a union. As I said, my dad died when I was young, 14, and you know, it was my mom with us three. So for me, marriage symbolized togetherness. It symbolized a union, you know, a man in the household. So I was thinking about my future children and what that would mean. But leaving my family, who I've always been around, lived with, it was hard.
It was hard for us as well.
Yes.
Honest, you know?
I mean, I cried. You cried. I remember the morning when I was about to book my flight, I cried.
We're all just walking. It's crazy.
So being married also meant not only starting my life, but it also meant that I was leaving behind, in a way, this family and creating my own in a whole different country. So it was a choice that I had to make, to say, you know what, I'm older now, it's time for me to start my life and go into that.
Awesome. So Now fast forward now, are you there in America now?
Yes.
First time I go to America. You there
Yeah.
America? You don't know now?
No.
You there America. What was like that like adjusting to life in America, and what before you leave Jamaica going to America, you had a YouTube. You
Yes,
know what I mean?
I had a
And
YouTube channel.
you have a big up crew. What role did the big up crew also play in your life while you were in the States, basically by yourself?
A very, very big role.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though it's an online community, they played a huge part in making me feel comfortable in my new environment. Being my online family, they would give me recommendations of places to go, things to do, stuff like that. Because no matter where, if you move from Kingston to Mobile, it's a transition. It's a different place, it's different people, so it's hard, you know? So being in America for the first time, it was exciting, but it was so new and so different that I did need guidance. I did need to be introduced to different things, driving on the opposite side of the road, things like that. So
That's weird.
I must say the people in my life at the time did help to introduce me to these new things, and also my online community as well did help to, you know, make sure I felt comfortable and to make sure that I had that my YouTube channel still going, that which was very important.
I have to touch on this very briefly, but at that time as well, there was a saga in the whole entire internet about age gap, relationship, and stuff like that. Yeah, so what was that like for you at that to endure like criticism? Some praise, some people respect it, but it was a mixed reception. What was that like, you know, have to get
Deal with that?
Yeah.
You know what? To be honest with you, the age gap was never a major deal to me. It was more to the outside world. So because I accepted the age gap for what it was, I was more focused, as I would say all the time, on the love we had in the relationship at that time. And because of that, I was prideful in showing the relationship. I was bold with it. It was out there. You see who I was with. I was very proud. There's nothing to hide. Because as I said, the person I was with, they were healthy, you know, and the relationship was founded on a good foundation, which was love. So there was nothing for me. I wasn't embarrassed about it at all. But it was the first time I was dealing with online bullying or online criticism to such a large extent. So I did have to say, you know, I want a big deal, you know, with people. So it took time to get used to people talking negatively about me and the relationship. But after I got over that hump, it was just life as usual. I just documented my life.
And with that, we know the big uproar on the internet, what comes after all of that. What comes after was the divorce.
Yes.
What was dealing with the world?
Hey, you really
drama?
asked some questions, you know.
We have to.
To be honest with you, the divorce in itself was one thing. Bringing my relationship online and have to face now these strangers in actuality, and letting them know this person that you always see me with, this relationship that I was championing, this relationship that you said I go fail, it actually failed. It hurt me. And I was embarrassed, I was ashamed. I went months without posting on YouTube, without going online. I went missing. It took a toll on me. Because I was dealing with my reality that, hey, you're going through a divorce, this is a nasty divorce. It's a battle that I'm fighting on this side. I'm dealing with my relationship, ending a relationship I thought that would last. And then I have to face the reality of people saying, yes, me didn't know it never gonna away, me know you didn't use the man, me know say him the too old, me know you're the too young. It was just so much to handle where I couldn't even handle it on my own. I said, no, I have to go into therapy. I had to call you guys mommy every single day just to have the strength. And not only that, I was alone in Florida. I never had nobody there by my side. I never had a friend where we could have gone next door, go ball to our reason with. I was alone. So it was so difficult for me. I don't think anybody really understand what that does to you mentally. You know? And that is a part of when you put your life online, you don't want to admit it, but when you put people in the midst of your life, it's like you owe them, you have an obligation to explain to them, to say, hey, this relationship never worked out because of XYZ. And I think I did my best to show the cracks in the relationship and also explain what happened in the relationship, and who believe and who don't believe, so what? Life goes on, what you gonna do? And me live it, you know.
Yeah.
Nobody don't live that life for me, and me live it, and me go through it, and me know what I want. So if Mr. X and you don't want to believe, okay, what me I gonna do?
Can't know about that.
I don't know about it.
Alright, so right after that, what comes after, we got a call from you stating that, hey, you know what? You know, you can't bother with this, you want a new life, you go, you know, turn a new leaf, so to speak. You know you can move from Florida, go way to New Jersey. And every time they just get your brand new vehicle.
Just get the vehicle, fresh.
Girl, now left vehicle, you know. So, we know what drive you go drive, and turns out you did drive. So, traveling with that, you know, grieve and basically hurt, the pain, you have to take on that journey all by yourself.
Yeah.
What was that journey like for you?
You know what me say about that? I wasn't all by myself, because God did. I feel like from the bottom of my heart and my belief system, I think God aligned everything in the way that it was supposed to go. When my relationship started to break down, I discovered some scriptures that I've never been introduced to. And I was going back and forth. Before I even told you guys that I wanted to move, I was going back and forth with myself. And I have this on video. And I bought a brand new devotional. And the first day I read the devotional, it says, do not be afraid. Do what you need to do. Change. Basically, I paraphrase it, but basically changes must happen. Don't be afraid. Go ahead and take that step. And that was just confirmation to me from God. So my mindset at the time was, I came to Florida because of this person. Me and this person no longer together. I have no friends in Florida, no family in Florida. Why not take the leap of faith and start life fresh? Start over, go somewhere new, meet new people, new experiences. I always wanted to experience all 4 seasons of snow, you know what I mean? And when you're going through a breakup and you're going through a hurt, you don't want to be in the same environment that hurt you. You want freshness. And that is what I wanted at the time. And for me, I think God placed it on my heart. Kim, you got to move. You have to pick up your things and you got to go. And I think I followed that direction, what God had ordained for me. And let me just tell you, I believe when I was going through my divorce, I didn't know that I would be talking like this today. Because I was so hurt and so broken. But what I realized is that everything is ordained, everything is to the plan that God has set for us. So, if the marriage wasn't supposed to last, it couldn't last. You understand? It couldn't last. And despite what everybody has to say, I never filed for divorce. I never wanted my marriage to end. But what am I to do with this is what was presented to me on multiple occasions. I have to just go forward with it. But at the same time, I am happy that moving and wanting to move is one thing, you know, but for God provide the means, the finances, align the people in place to allow you to move. Only God. Only God. Remember, I just dropped a foreign, 2 years? Just drop a foreign a couple of years, and we're coming up 2020 and 2024, 2023. So like when I say 3 years, put it at 3 years. For me, can take up myself and move to Florida without any help, move to Jersey without any help. It's a big thing, another little thing, and it's a God thing. So for who want to look on and criticize, talk to God about it. Me don't know how me do it. But God did it. That's all I can say. I don't know how we do it.
Yeah, for sure. And then now things kind of take a turn for the better. You know what happened after that?
Yeah.
Out there I would pray because they need support and all that, and then it turns out that I get an opportunity when I couldn't travel. You know?
Yes.
At that same time, Sanika was pregnant
Yes.
with Zanio. And then, you know, me end up reach up for support and all that. What was it like? Not even finding out that Sanika was pregnant, but initially at that time, knowing that she was going to give birth and you could be there to see when your first nephew was touching the earth.
Listen,
that for you?
that was honestly, that was just such for me, I look upon it as an inspirational thing, because after all the drama, after all the, I would say tragedy, all the hurt, new life, new joy, new meaning to what life really is. To see my nephew coming into this world, to see hope in his little eyes, to see a future, that just showed me that whatever you're going through, it's okay. Because life is always renewing itself and it's fresh. And then to see my brother being a father to a son for the first time, as I said, with us losing our dad and all of that, and to see you by Sanika's side, in the left far enough, to see my brother be a man and to be a protector for his new family, that meant a lot to me. And not only that, me being able to be there, you are there in America, and this was the first time I was seeing you since the whole divorce drama. So to have you to hang out with, monumental. That's all I can say.
Remember this day right here? Remember that?
Yeah.
What was that like for you holding Zanio for the first time?
Joyous.
Yeah?
Joyous. Listen, when I held my nephew for the first time, it was just a little bit of disbelief and just happiness. Just pure happiness filled my heart at that time.
Alright, so glad we talk about that. We've been talking for a long time. We'll take a little breather.
For all the best in quality in acrylic, structure gel, gelic, and so much more, book with Sans Magic Touch on Instagram. Make it a date and don't be late.
Go through a lot of things. But touching on the topic of baby.
Yes. Woo!
What was it like when you found out you were pregnant for the first time? Come, you know what it was like?
Yeah. Because I must say I am 35, so it's a little older in life. Not a lot older, it's a little bit older. So, and I knew that I wanted a child.
Yeah.
In my marriage, I was not gonna be able, based on circumstances, my past marriage, to get a child. So that was something I had to face as well. And you know, it just seemed like it was not going to happen for me, because I got married at 28. You know, I got married at 28, so I was pretty young, hopeful, you know, family, kids, and all of that. And it just seemed like it got like that dream crushed. It dark. It not gonna happen. So when I found out now that I was pregnant, I was so happy I had to cry. I cried, I thanked God, because I didn't know that it was going to happen for me at all. As you know, a lot of women go through infertility, a lot of women, you know, just get pregnant. So, you know, you have to go through a journey. So for it to happen like that for me, I just thank God for the blessing. And I think it was ordained, like I do. I said nothing is by chance. So this little one, we know it's a girl. So my little girl, but yeah, my little one in my tummy, I'm just so thankful, and I feel so blessed. And that just, if ever you're going hardship not last, you know, I have to say this, sad times, it does not last. Because as I said, when I was in the depths of my sorrow, I couldn't see this. I couldn't see this. I couldn't see this joy at the end of the tunnel. I couldn't see it. But whenever you're going through hard times, you have to keep pressing on every day, one step at a time. every day and you will get out of it. It seemed dark, it seemed gloomy, but it never lasts forever.
Nothing will last forever.
Joy will come at the end of the day.
Nothing will last forever. Joy will come at the end of the day. That lead me into my next question. None will last forever, like not knowing the gender. It never lasts forever.
Yeah.
Joy come at the end of the day. What was it like knowing that it was a girl, beautiful girl?
I was excited because everybody knew I'm so girly, you know?
So girly.
Because I had a little instinct that it would be a boy.
Yeah.
But coming close to the gender reveal, I'm like, I don't even know, I'm not sure. So I was conflicted. So I said boy or girl, it don't even matter.
Yeah.
But finding out it was a girl, woo! Thinking about our little cute little dates, our little tea parties, thinking about her hair, matching hairstyle, our little makeup.
Yeah.
Oh!
I can see it already.
Yes, listen, I'm glad. If it were a boy, I would be happy.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it's a little girl. I'm happy.
Of course.
Yes, that would be a mini me. And as I say, I don't have any sisters. I have only brothers. So the house was full of male energy. Now I have a little mini me. We can do things that I would have always wanted to do with a sister. We can shop together. We can go to the spa together. Just niceness.
Awesome.
Niceness.
Now lead me into another question now. This is a more sensitive topic.
Yeah.
You know, moving along. What about the rumors online in regards to the whole baby father saga where someone say where the baby father there, you know, no more baby father.
Yeah.
Everything about this baby father thing, the mystery man, so to speak.
Yeah.
What is the criticism like, or not somewhat criticism, but the everything? What was that like for you?
What am I to say? It's disappointing in a way to know that because I had shared my life earlier in my previous relationship, it's almost as if I don't have the right now to not share certain things. Like how
I explained that many times.
Yeah, it's like how dare you not tell us who is your child's father. But for me, what them say, once bitten, twice shy.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Once bitten, twice shy. I see what the internet can do, and as I've gotten more subscribers, more popularity, I would say, in the internet space, I know that there are parts of my life that I have to protect. And even the pregnancy, I really battled with whether or not I should bring it online. But again, how can you hide? How can you hide a pregnancy? And I wasn't hiding it because of shame or because of I didn't want to get pregnant. It's because I want to keep it secret, because I want to keep it close to my heart, close to my family. You know, the baby father is a mystery to you?
No. Nope.
Okay. You know my baby father?
Yep.
Okay, and that is all that matters. The people that are close to me, they have a relationship and they know the person. I don't need to put that person on the internet because that person is not an internet personality. This is a person that chooses privacy, and people should be entitled to their privacy. So for people to be coming down on me and saying, how dare I, that's just wild to me. That's wild and weird behavior. Yeah, I'm gonna say, you're weird. You're weird because knowing the man in my life, what does that do for you? What does it change? What, world peace? I go come? We're gonna solve world longer? You know what I mean? We're gonna solve world longer? What is gonna happen if you know who is ALICIA King's baby father? Nothing. Again, this person is not an internet personality, and I can choose what I share. I never once come out and say, from this date to this date, I'm single. I never once come out and say I'm not dating. I made it very clear I will never put my dating life on the internet again.
But you keep looking it the other way. For the people them where I say that's the one with a life. But remember, over the years, you've been putting out your life on the internet, right? So you know, like people create a sense of we don't call it privilege then.
Right.
For know what's going on,
right,
regardless of what it is or whatnot. So wouldn't you put that down to that, like people knowing that they always put on everything you expect, you know, it wasn't all but none from them, then them have that sense of privilege, so to speak.
But that is a problem. That is a problem because you said it, I chose to put certain things out there. So I can choose not to put certain things out there again, and you as the audience and
Should
the
respect
receiving
that.
end should respect that.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially you saw I went through a nasty divorce.
Yeah.
You saw my relationship crumble. You saw it affected me. Listen, I don't know joke thing me go through, you know. A real thing when me feel in therapy, you know.
Yeah.
And not a joke, you know. For come to the internet and say this relationship never work out. This happened, da 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 da. It was too much. So why would I choose to put myself through that again? To please who? For fame, for money, for views? It's not that important to me. All that should matter is that I am happy. If you care about Alicia Kid, if you care about me, you care about my well-being, all you need to know is that I am happy, I am contented. I have the greatest blessing that I could ever want in 2025, and that's my beautiful little daughter growing in my tummy. And that's all I want to focus on. As a new mom, the internet, so what the internet is saying, the haters, what they're saying, I don't care. I swear to you, I don't care. It come like, you can talk till you're blue.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna come out and show you my baby father. You can talk till you're blue, you're not gonna know my baby daddy. Well, me not gonna show you my baby daddy. You'll never see him on a vlog. It's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? And I think I have the power to do that.
I think persons should respect that as well and respect some sense of privacy. It's not everything is gonna be short there. Something has to be held back, especially if you experience certain type of trauma before in that regard. They can hold back on certain things. So I think some persons have to understand that and give your space, your privacy in certain regards.
But the thing about it, you know, the people that follow me religiously and support me,
You understand?
they understand. I mean, they are the people who support me are begging me, Kim, do not post your baby's father.
True.
Are people who don't really follow me up and have this conversation and making it seem like it's a lot of people want to know, you know. I just a few look at each of them.
Yeah.
And as I said, they're not going to do anything with the information. Them just want something to talk about. It's something to talk about. But those who support me, support my decision and understand that I am allowed to have a sense of privacy. At the end of the day, I am a regular girl. I'm just like your sister, I'm just like your mom, I'm just like your friend, I'm just like the girl around the road.
Well said. So there was also a rumor, basically a topic going on in the internet regarding you going to foreign, so to speak. Say you're married for green card, the marriage wasn't authentic, stuff like that, because the whole age gap thing.
Yeah.
What you say about all of that, the rumors about the green card thing especially?
Foolish. Listen, the person that I got married to, no, they are the one that pushed for the marriage to even happen so quickly. I was in no rush to leave Jamaica, you know. I was pursued in that relationship. I wasn't out there searching for nobody. Actually, I was searching for nobody. I wasn't looking to date at all. And it was presented to me that, you know, we are together, we are falling in love with each other. I don't live in Jamaica. So naturally, I'm not coming back to Jamaica. This is what the man is saying to me. So naturally, you have to come to America.
Yeah.
And to set the scene even more, I was appointed to the government of Jamaica. I had a job. Only I could have screwed myself out of that job. I had a decent job. I had a decent living. I was okay. I was doing well in Jamaica. I was fine. You know? So this narrative that I got married for a green card is foolishness, because the person was the one that was pushing for the marriage to happen as quickly as it did. I was just taking it easy and just, you know, going through our dating life and all of that. But it was presented to me that, hey, you know, the traveling back and forth, you know, what is sense? If we're going to do this together, we're going to spend our life together, let's just go ahead and do it. Yeah. So green card came with the relationship. I never seek out green card. Yeah. You understand? It come with the man. Yeah. It came with the marriage. So what? Remember, I never filed for myself. I couldn't file for myself. It's the person that I married had to put in paperwork and file. And I'm sure the person has discernment. I'm sure the person is smart enough to say whether this person is looking me for a green card or not. It's just the truth. You're telling me, say me would have so slick for swindle myself into getting a green card from someone without them knowing. And I just want to say this too. I was not the one who filed for a divorce. That jump over that on the head, you know. I never filed for divorce. Just imagine if, come on, just let me use your head for a second.
Yeah.
If me did in the relationship for a green card, once we get a green card, wouldn't I have jumped out of the frying pan? Jump out of the relationship, walk away? I did not. I wanted my marriage to work. And I don't even have a permanent green card. I have a temporary green card. You understand? So, this whole narrative, let me say categorically, it is false. I got married for love and love alone. Yeah. So, yeah, it is what it is. That is that.
Yeah. So it's not good to talk. You don't know.
You don't know. And I think people, I use other people fat fry me.
Yeah.
So people don't know nothing about Kim, they don't know nothing about the person I was with, they know nothing about the relationship, but this is something that happened, so yeah, I must green card.
Yeah. Older man, young girls, so she must.
It must.
Yeah, sugar daddy.
It was never like that. I never like that. I can tell you that 100%.
Yeah, thanks for clearing that up because...
Yeah, man. I'm glad they asked me to. I'm glad they asked me.
No, that's what I've cleared up.
I've cleared up.
I've cleared up, you know.
Because that is hurtful too, you know.
Yeah.
Because it minimizes. Remember, I was married for 5 years, you know.
Yeah.
How much people yet know married? People married and divorced 2-3 times and it's still in my marriage. I work out my marriage.
Yeah.
You understand? So, that me wanna think that as a failure.
Mm-hmm.
A 5-year marriage, almost a 7-year relationship.
A
good run, nearly a decade of my life.
Yeah, a good run, man. A good run, so. Rumors have to just put to rest because, you know, people just love to talk and so many times you just have to cut people some slack and understand what it is because 7 years out of your life and a joke thing.
And a boy.
You know what I mean? You think,
and a boy. 5-year marriage and a boy.
And a boy thing, man. You know, it's rough.
A big thing.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, basically show some more respect. You can just show things where you think out there because people have feelings, you know what I mean? But it is what it is still.
It is what it is. People just, as I say, internet warriors. They just use them fingertips because we all got fingertips and we talk and them never care. I don't think they ever care.
They even care to show some of them. Let's say Kim Sinis today. Let me see what that's
yeah.
What it is.
But
you know what I mean?
no, I never got married for a green card. A green card came with the relationship. What was I to do? What me did for do? Tell me.
It's just, you know what? No. No bother with that.
No bother with that.
Yeah, man. Continue visit.
Yeah.
In a better me come one place. Yeah, so something like that. But it
exactly.
is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah, that was clear the air for
yeah,
that.
man. That did I forget clear. I'm just
yes.
a regular girl trying to navigate life.
That are the thing. One thing, you never lose your roots.
No.
From little till now, you never lose your roots. You always stay authentic, true to yourself, be yourself, be real. And I believe that is what gravitate everyone to you and everybody love you and show you the support over the years. Because the few little haters can always be the few little haters. But the big up crew, you know what I mean, always stand by your side, always support you. Even at the back end when I wasn't really on the internet that much anymore. They always support you, always show your love. Even the traveling from Florida to New Jersey, they stick with you, they support you. So we have to big up the big up crew all the time. And I have to say this to you, not only as a brother, but as a person who support you. I have to tell you that you're an inspiration, you're very strong, you're very smart, you know what I mean, very humble, you're very creative. You know what I mean? You always keep your foot on the ground and you believe in family. I remember our first Christmas. You know that you always cook the Christmas dinner in the car. Girl can cook. Remember me telling you that? Yeah. And we were on the phone and you was so emotional. Remember that first you was so emotional.
When I left.
When you left, went to America the first Christmas.
It was
you know what I mean? And I feel it because you know you would under there cook, I would under there talk and around joke and them thing, but that just cement to show that you're very family rounded, you know what I mean? Every chance you get to come to Jamaica, you come, you spend all the time with your family, travel with your family, you know, leave out mommy. So I want to tell you, big up yourself.
Thank you.
I would love you. This is coming from family, from Big Up Crew to everybody. You're an inspirational and you're also a role model to girl your age, younger or even older. Because not everyone can go through what you go through and reach back on top or come out on top. Because you're saying you were at your lowest point.
Lowest point.
And now look how girl glowing. It's a pregnant lady sitting in front of me.
Yeah.
Pregnant. Look how she glowing.
Thank you.
Only God alone can do.
God alone can.
Just want to love you and keep doing what you're doing.
Thank
all the
you.
time.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Love you too, brother.
Yeah, so last but not least.
Yeah. It's like an interjection because the Big Up Crew are mine. My babies, mine. When I just started YouTube, I said, boy, I need a name. I need a name for the crew. And Big Up Crew just come to me. Big up. And me come up with that. The Big Up Crew know that.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, I don't really me come up with it now. My mother come up with it. And mommy come up with it. But you know, like, she used to say, big up, guys. I'm going to say, you know, the big up.
Remember the
Niceness. And it just, we are a family. And when I said to you, the Big Up Crew who support me, they are not down on my back to know my private personal business because they understand. And I've said it before, I say it again, God placed each and every one of my supporters in line, in place for me because he knew when I was going through what I was going through in Florida and I said I was alone and never have nobody physically there, I had hundreds and thousands of people supporting me online daily, from DMs to emails to comments under my videos, championing me, sending me psalms and Bible verses and saying, girl, you can do it. So I am not here today to say I'm here glowing. I didn't do it on my own. I did it with your help. And I have to be good now and love enough for that because I couldn't do it on my own.
Definitely not. I have to big up Father God, no?
God. That's why I say God, no, you know. No. Guys, anything you go through, use me. Use me as an example.
Yeah.
And say victory at the end of the tunnel. Use me to say you can dig yourself out of whatever you're going through. Use me as a woman to say you don't need a man. You don't need a man at all. One of my favorite life lessons, or one of the most inspirational things I got was from mommy. Yeah. And it's so simple. Yeah. Anything a man have, you can have it too.
Same way, so.
Anything. Work hard. Not because you're in a relationship, mean you have just solely depend upon the man. See there, man left me, man gone, girl move on, and girl glow. Yeah. So God and your own potential will do it for you. Do you have to say that?
Very well said.
Yeah.
Couldn't talk better. Well said. But last but not least, you don't know what to touch upon the big woman, the big boss, the top dog, mommy.
Yeah, general.
What is mommy role basically in your life? Being here, but also when you were overseas, as you know, you're not a family over there, nobody like that. But what was mommy role in helping you navigate and being there for your straight through, you know, as you know?
Listen.
What was mommy role in your life? Continue.
Yeah. If you know me, you know Kim is a baller. I mean baller on the field. I mean baller like I cry. And when I was served with the divorce papers, listen, my ball on the ground and hold my belly and I think somebody died for me. And mommy have to say, stop the crying. She said, stop the bawling. A time for you strong now. Call a liar. Call it. Get on the phone tomorrow with a lawyer. Not because somebody asks you something, them gonna get it. Yeah. Stop the crying. She have to tell me over and over. It's time for you to be strong. No, I could not do it without mommy. Couldn't do it. I was helpless. I must say crumble. And she was the one there to say, Kim, you work too hard for just give you everything. Stop the crying, call a lawyer, get some advice, and move forward. Everything is gonna be alright. And we talk every single day, me and mommy. Every single day. It's a bond that is unbreakable. And she is the main character in my life. Like I would tell somebody, if my mother if do anything to hurt me, she allowed to do it. Make she do it, and she do it. Like I am so open to my mother where nothing is nothing off limit.
Yeah.
Because I trust her. Them say if you would have put your neck on a block for anybody, mommy, without a doubt. If she feel me, make she feel me. And she hasn't failed me yet. So being in Florida, being on my own physically, I still had her on the phone championing me, guiding me in the right direction, of course. And because at the same time she was hurt as well.
Definitely. We all were.
My family was hurt about the divorce just as much as I was. And not only hurt, blindsided. They couldn't believe. But at the same time, mommy knew she couldn't break down and bawl. Me a bawl, everybody a bawl, everybody a crumble. She had to be strong for me because she knew her daughter. And she know I'm there alone. I need the strength. And she decided to be the strength. So she did everything that she could do from miles away in Jamaica to support me, and I have to thank her for that, because without her
nothing. And we have to big up Bobby all the time.
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys, as we said earlier, our father died when we were young, you know what I mean, and mommy have to take up the mantle by herself, play mother and father role in a one
with 3 young children.
3 young children. My father, she have to be a my father.
My father. Yeah,
so come to Mother's Day or Father's Day, she celebrate both of them because as she wants. So she have that superhuman instinct, the superhuman touch, the superhuman everything in regards to being a mother, for sit with that. We come out good, we not short at nothing, we have foundation to build. You know what I mean? So we have to big up mommy all the time, you know what I mean? Because this was she do in regards to supporting you, and I like say actually you're going. She been to do this long time. They in her nature.
Listen, I remember one time I had a performance at school. We put on this big performance, we invite people, all of that. Everybody bring home tickets to give them parents. Because your parents at least are going to show up. Yesterday, the day after that performance, there was 2 persons in the audience. I'm emotional. It wasn't mommy and the person she was dating. 2 persons. It no matter what, I could always count on her to be there. No matter what. If me call mommy, she'll drop what she'll do to make sure I'm alright. So people may see the relationship that I have with her and wonder, why is she so close? Why she'll just talk about mommy and not talk about her father? 1, as you know, my father has died. And 2, this is the person that I can count on 100%. Remember, every other picnic carry ticket go get them parents, Every other picnic, and when I'm looking at the audience, and me and my mother eye that luck.
Strength.
So how can I not? Strength of a woman. How can I not big her up?
Definitely. Big up mommy all the time.
Big up mommy all the time.
Definitely. Yeah, man. And big up little brother too. Kemar.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Always a three away.
Always a three away.
Come right up.
Yeah,
man. So
grow close.
Definitely.
Same mother, same father.
Yeah, man. So I feel like you answer all the questions that everybody would have liked to know, would have liked to ask themselves. I just want to say thank you for sitting down with me today, sitting down with the entire big up crew, everybody on the internet to explain certain things, go deeper into certain reasons and let you know exactly what was inside and what's going on and stuff like that. So we just want to thank you and big you for show love and you know what I want.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
You're
open book. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, like, share, subscribe to Chris TV JA, subscribe to Alicia Kim. If you have not yet subscribed already, keep in tune. Bigger, better things. I don't know, always on the way up. Thank you guys for watching. Love and love alone. Big up.